Hello, and welcome to our Roaring 2020 episode, also known as the New Year's episode for 2019. Except, unfortunately, things will not be going quite as planned. For you see, the woman is not coming over today because, well, she said she wasn't feeling well. And then that was kind of the end of it. There was no discussion as to whether or not she would come over or not. It was just kind of the end, which I'm quite irritated about. Because I understand that she wasn't feeling well, but she made literally no effort to try to come over. It was just, well, what can you do? I'm mad as hell about it, and maybe next weekend. We will not be having a New Year's celebration tonight. Of course, it would have been perfect to end the series and then snow and whatnot, but unfortunately, that's not gonna happen tonight. But even so, I'm not about to let the woman rain on our parade. So, I will be filming a little bit tonight of just me watching the celebration and whatnot, so that we can at least say that we filmed on New Year's and then had a somewhat perfect year. Because this is the same thing that happened last time. We almost had a perfect year, but then she was like, no. So she plans on coming over this weekend, hopefully, you know. Couldn't have tried for tomorrow or the day after, No, we just skipped right to Saturday because, yeah, that's a time for celebration. But, yeah. We begin our little video with seeing snow. Indeed, there is snow. Now, I'm not sure when it became surprising to have snow in winter, but, like, we actually had snow. If you remember, previously we talked about how on Halloween there was snow. And, like, that never happened before. And then, literally, last episode, Christmas special, a week ago, we were having 60-degree weather. And all of a sudden, snow. But yeah, it's nice to have some snow because we didn't have snow for last season. We didn't have any on Christmas, and then I can't remember if we had any on New Year's because there wasn't a video. But yeah, it is quite cold out here indeed. It is cold because, like, it's 27 degrees or something, which isn't nearly as cold as it probably should be, but there you go. So, we will continue this video later tonight, where I will host a little bit of a celebration, and then we will return on Lord knows when. Hopefully Saturday. So, I will see you tonight. Hello everyone, and welcome to Later This Night, where we are celebrating New Year's alone, because the woman, again, did not come over today. But it is 11:37, and we are getting ready to celebrate the new year. You can see Booba down there doing his Booba thing and crowing because he just woke up. Not going to bed. But we're here ringing in the new year. And this is how our evening progresses. We have chicks singing, and meanwhile I'm over here with my Sour Patch Kids and just been playing Dragon Quest games all day like my usual schedule, because again, ain't nobody come over today, so, you know, ain't got nothing to do, got like 20 minutes left. We getting ready. I suppose we should have a little bit of a throwback or something, though I was kind of hoping that we would do this when she came over, you know, even though it's kind of after the fact. We could still throw back and kind of remember some of our earlier things. We didn't get to throw back last year because, of course, she didn't come over because someone else was more important. So yeah, at like 15 minutes until the new year, we like to think back on this year and everything that we have done. And we did a lot. I kind of want to say that it wasn't as good as last year, mainly because last year was our first full year where we were able to do everything that we previously weren't able to do. We did St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, anniversary, all that stuff that we normally aren't able to do because, well, we were finally free to do what we wanted. And yeah, it was just really nice, though of course the quality of the videos kind of doesn't really compare to now, which is why I think that 2019 was a really good year for our videos, because I learned how to do new things, got more fitting music, etc., and it was just really nice to be able to do everything a lot better. And we had some really good videos this year, which we will hopefully recap some other time because we have to. I kind of want to recap them now, but I'd rather have the woman here to talk about it. We had January Jam, then we had February, March, her birthday, my birthday, anniversary part 2 because she left early, and just a lot of weird things were going on this year. A lot of interesting things later on. We had the fair video, which was one of our best because it was just so awesome. Last episode was pretty weird because it was warm and we went to Costco and all that weird nonsense, so yeah. It was a really great year for our videos, and overall, well, I can't really comment on the year itself, but yes, we ring in the new year in about 10 minutes, and then we gonna be turning up to some degree, because like, yeah. Now, it would have been nice if she was here, because I was planning on us having the candlelit dinner thing. I had 2 Izzy's in the fridge, we were gonna just like turn up. I compiled a playlist. Thankfully the playlist can still be used when she eventually comes over, but it's like, really? I had everything all set, and then she's just like, no, I'm not coming over. And we're back with like 5 minutes until the new year. And they got some swag going on. Lit. It's just not the same without the woman here, but at least we can finally say that, yeah, we filmed on New Year. So we didn't completely fail the year. Got my Sour Patch Kids. Oh, they already got fireworks going. It is 3 minutes till.
Dancing premieres tomorrow.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, we are back. We did it! We did it. It's almost here. We're about to enter a brand new decade. How you feel about that?
You know what? I'm excited. I'm reminiscing on 2 years ago, you marrying my husband and I. Anniversary, honey. Amazing.
Yeah, if you remember, she did get married in the 2017 New Year's special, so that's interesting. Now we got, what, less than 1 minute left?
You know what I learned at the ball drop?
What is that?
I learned that people write their wishes on the confetti that gets thrown down.
When it comes down,
It's like magic.
all of this confetti, the majority of it has somebody's wishes.
I never knew that. I thought that was so beautiful. I think it's a really important wish from my mom. I love you, Mom. I know you're watching.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm with you, girl. I see you.
15. You don't even know what number they are. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! And with that, we say goodbye to 2019 and welcome in 2020. We also say farewell to the 2010. Well, the 10s, and we move into the 20s. Oh dear. We have had a lot in these past, well, because, you know, I've been filming for a very long time, ever since I was young. I'm reluctant to include some 2010, 2011, 2012 clips because, yikes. Throughout these past 10 years, there has been a lot of filming, though of course most of it will never be on YouTube because, it wasn't until like 2014 that I had a transition into a less cringe version of myself. Oh dear. Yeah, the random I love Japanese phase. Sweet Jesus, that was painful. But we've moved past that. And now, these past few years of us filming and recording our lives have been quite enjoyable. And, yeah, hopefully when she comes over, we'll have a nice segment where we sit down and talk about our decade. And, yeah, we can recap some past videos and just kind of chill. It is January 1st, 2020 now. And, well, Lord knows what's going to happen because she's going to be leaving. This is going to be our last video for quite some time, so we'll be ending this series. 3 years of this series. Yeah, that's kind of incredible. Twerking and drinking their wine. I will grab my booch. Here is to the new year. And we will return whenever she comes over, hopefully this weekend. But I wanted to make sure that we captured a bit of the new year in this little segment so that we could at least have it on film. Unfortunately, it's probably pretty boring because, you know, it's just me and I'm just kind of like, but yeah. So we will pick up the video whenever she comes over the next time, hopefully this Saturday. So in about 3 days, we will hopefully continue the video. And in that video, we will hopefully recap a lot of our 2010 stuff and just enjoy this new year and get started. And yeah, then Lord knows when we'll film again, but at least I'll be free for quite some time. So, I thank you for joining me on this little New Year's segment without her. And to close, I'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone, and we will see you eventually. Until then, goodbye! Hello and welcome to a few days later. This is our Roaring 2020 makeup visit. And she will be here shortly, and we will begin on this January 4th. You can see that we put back the room. It is no longer festively decorated. However, we did keep the sparkle candle because, like, this is life. This is life right here. That everything had to be put back and dusted and sparkle candle now in its full glory because it's that time of the year when it's time for candles. We put the thing over here, we have the pumpkin over here, the thing goes over here, at least until it rots and then we have to throw it away and then it's like, oh god, why? What on earth?
I have returned to the final time.
Alright, now, finally, that's done. No. You returned for the final time. I just kicked you out. You cannot return again.
Well, fine, then I'm looking.
Good luck with that.
The hell was that?
So now she returns for the final time.
I've returned for the final time. Did you just start your man segment 5 minutes?
No, I did not do a man segment because we know what happens when I try to do a man segment. And she's arriving soon-ish.
I told you when I left my house, I'll be at your house in 20 minutes.
How long do you think it takes to do a man segment, dear? Man things all man all the time, narcissism, narcissist, blah 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 blah, women, boobs, and there you go. And then now that we're halfway through my man segment, darling, there she is. Well,
I've returned.
Welcome to the new era, the Roaring 2020.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What on earth are we to do?
Nothing much except to, at long last, end this series as she moves on and we don't have to see her until, like,
Ever.
Lord knows when. And then we finally ditch the every freaking month soul-crushing despair and we move into, hi, I'm here for, like, 4th of July for 5 minutes, or hi, I'm here for New Year's, mwah, mwah. And then she's gone. And then it's like,
Yeah.
I'll be
that is
prepared.
To say, if we hang out again.
Indeed. And then she's gone, but then she gets that thing called a vehicle, and she'd be like, beep beep, I'm coming for you,
You
darling.
realize it's a 4-hour drive one way, right?
But, you know, you and your tenacity
True.
for
I leave
destroying my life.
I leave at 6 a.m., get here at like 11, and you're like, woman.
And I'm like, what the? Here she comes. So yes, this will be our final video for quite some time. This is it for now, so we must cherish and blah blah and then kick her out and I can be free.
And this isn't gonna be like that video when I graduated high school and you thought I was gonna be
Yeah.
gone. Things are legitimately changing.
That was a good thing because it was before it all ends
No!
forever.
Because God knows how long it'll be before we see each other. We're at the tail end of what could be our last video. We must say farewell, my dear.
We must say farewell. So we wish all of you a happy life.
Likewise.
And we will be back in due time. Goodbye, my dears.
Farewell.
Lord knows how long it will be before we see each other.
I didn't think I was going to be coming home that often
You
either.
didn't think that you would have the time to
No.
do that and blah blah blah.
I forgot that they kick you out and make you go home for break.
Indeed. This is our last video forever, and now we bid you adieu because she's off to college and Lord knows when it will be. Thanksgiving. Oh shit, she's back. And that's how it happens. Just
Yeah.
yep. So yes, today we will be having a wonderful day full of turning up and partying and of course nostalgic throwbacks to the last decade because oh dear lord.
No. Did I mention no? Because no. Because 2010 you is just no.
2010 is just no.
2010.
I got my ponytail and I don't drunk in love.
No. That was 2013, dear.
Anything and everything to do with flapping, including your mouth, dear, is not in your best interest.
Pardon you?
So yes, we must end all on a good note and such. And yeah.
And for the record, not bad.
Indeed, that is today. We must make it a good final hurrah. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, we have everything put back because now holidays are over and we are in the doldrums of January, wherein everything is bland and boring, but it snowed finally. So yay. Because like,
White stuff on my lawn.
not the first time well, so yes. Now that we have everything put back, we have my new sparkle candle.
Oh, that is
Sparklosity. And it like swirls and yes. Yes. It's supposed to go back with the Christmas decorations, but I said, I'm keeping it out for winter because it's like sparkly, yes. And I was like, yes. And then everything
Besides,
put back.
the orange candle needs a counterpart.
Indeed. And then we have my new thing over here. That's, I don't know, it's a candle thingy.
I have speakers now!
It's meant to be like a meditation thing or whatever. Helping for sleep.
Meditate
Yeah.
to Metallica because it's my fault because you have it Bluetooth connected to my phone, not yours. Oh dear.
Stay. No. No. No! Ah!
Well,
Well, that happened. And that happened, and a lot of things are happening. Stay! No! Okay, and then we press this, and then it goes like that. Ooh.
oh, that's cool, dude.
And then it like...
Where'd you get that anyway? I want one.
I don't know. Mother got it, so... Change colors, and then it goes, ooh. And then you press it again, and it'll stop on that color, and be like, oh, yes. And then, like...
I'm gonna look this up on Amazon because, like, candle thingy.
It's meditation something other. Wait, turn it.
Energy, meditative light, and sound therapy candle.
Let me see. I think it's in here. 4 light therapy modes with candle effect. Oh god! I was like, oh, now it's like a little light thing that I can have on at night. And then when it's time for party, we simply turn on the rainbow mode and be like, yes!
That is interesting.
Indeed. But yes, this is the beginning of our day and will surely be a good one.
I'm only here for the ham, as usual.
Indeed, Ham, but no Property Brothers, unfortunately.
Sad face.
Her last time to ever see them. So yeah, there you go. And then, yeah, we'll be doing lots of throwbacks and probably an old person segment because we simply must. And referencing all the way back to 2011 when the, well, me videoing thing truly began, and then she came some years later, and yeah, if you're ready for that throwback, she loves that throwback.
No!
She approves.
No!
Yeah, so we'll be seeing a lot of that in this episode.
No.
As much as we don't want to, we simply must because it's the decade and we have our rewind. But anyway, we must get started today, and we'll be filming a lot, hopefully, because it's the last time. And farewell, darling.
And now I'm leaving.
Yay! Nay!
Both.
Anyway, it is time for us to go, and we can have ham and stuff. And then we'll have our opening in a little bit.
Not literally. No, that way.
Anyway, we better go before this gets out of hand, so goodbye. Here we are, back again after lunch on our Roaring 2020 The Last Time episode.
Indeed.
Because...
Tis the final countdown.
Indeed, as they say, though no countdown because there's nothing to count down, dear. This is our reminiscing day.
Go to bed.
I suppose now is a good as time as any to
Or not die, just... Oh dear.
die.
No, I'm stuck.
Telling
I went that way. What?
Oi.
I went that way. I didn't mean to go that way. Why am I going this way? Okay, much better.
And at that point she smacks into the table and knocks the thing off like the cat she is.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Nap time.
Well, that happened. Now.
Why are you in my seat, dear?
Oh God! Ah! I was eliminated. Now, on to a man segment. We talk about all man things, all man all the time, because I am the important being in this segment. Wait a minute. Something isn't right here. What on earth? Why is she all the way up there and I'm all the way down here? But a shriveled remnant of mine self.
Which, with you being that short, I must ask why, and then postulate. Hello, my turtle.
What? Oh dear. So, now we must have a sitting down talking time.
Talking? What's talking? You mean a... Ah! Well,
That's
that didn't
how
work.
it's the... Wee! Wee!
Oi.
Oh, shenanigans.
Shenanigans indeed.
Indeed. We must talk about
Things and
the
stuff.
decade. I sit over here, she sits over there. And
I'm falling!
Falling to pieces!
Genuinely annoying because, like, I hate it when this happens.
She's falling to pieces! We like to think about the last decade and all we have done in that time. Because we've done quite a lot.
No.
In 2011, here
No.
we go. 2010, nobody remembers. 2011, however, was when I got the 3DS and the videos began.
And oh my god, I started high school! Oh god.
Hello, Mother. We are now recording a video. Today's episode, once again, pie. And it started with me filming a video about pie, because pie, random, I'm so random, pie, Japanese, pie, I like pie.
And you weren't quite off your meds then either.
You want to kiss, why? That is human emotion. I do not understand.
You still don't understand.
And she was like, oh, darling, what? I'm like,
No.
the fuck? That was when the videos officially began, and then I believe it was in 2012 that we had the first time I went over to her house.
Hello there.
Hello, darling. You owe me.
You always say that.
Sometime in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was the oh dear lord, it's
I
her.
have to be on my best behavior, oh god.
Indeed. And that was like that, and then I think sometime after, I don't think it was too long after that we went to the corn roast for that thing, because
yeah.
you're like, oh, by the way, in like a couple weeks there's this thing, and you're like my boyfriend, you wanna like go with me?
There. Oh no.
And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, it's out on a date with the husband. And I'm just like,
God.
the hell? That's what she's like, hey babe, we should like go out. And I'm like, okay.
We were kids, okay? Leave me alone.
So that happened. And then there was the whole thing.
See me taking a nap.
So now that we have our own talk show. Girl, wake up!
I realize it's not me.
Do you want me to actually beat you? Girl, wake up!
Who could forget the time that we were trying to play one of my DVDs and she had that ancient ass DVD player that wouldn't work, and she's like, I can't get this thing to work.
This thing won't work. Again.
Oh, great.
Screw it.
And I'm over there, long hair with my kid's microphone, like, and now Dolly is over here doing this.
Except you're using a 3-year-old's microphone.
Shut up!
And then she's like, you know what, hair rape?
I feel like playing with your hair.
No, no braids! No!
It's not.
I'm like, oh, she's ripping
You
out my
should
hair.
have gotten a haircut ages beforehand.
But that one didn't happen until the end of 2013. And then after
Let's see. Up until about 2015, I'd like to forget my life. And then up until about September of 2018, that gets a little sketchy.
Blur. Then later on in 2013, we had the hair transition.
Oh
I
yeah.
became extra fabulous because, yeah.
You
No.
mean extra. But you
No.
think you're fabulous?
Then I lost my fabulosity because then I didn't have the flowing hair anymore. And she's like, oh my god, you have a head. And I'm like, what? Hey, you.
Be glad my mom didn't like chop your hair off
Indeed.
at my command at one point. Or
It was
another.
like, much better. And then that was the transition into 2014. And in like 2014 is when we started filming random things. Just
Yeah.
like random videos. And that was when the beginning of the New Old Adventure series was, when we were like, oh my god, it's 4th of July.
Now we just have to improvise. Because,
Improvise, darling.
yes,
No.
Hey!
What we do is we let me take over.
I need my 2 chains. I'm gonna be 3 chain. I'm getting another chain, be 3 chain. Girl, you did not just give me that back.
And oh my god, we're talking about marriage on the couch. And oh my god, dream a dream of madness.
You shall see only darkness.
We had all those wonderful specials where we did the movie thing.
What happened to all those times? You were like, oh my god, I can't live without you.
That was a mistake!
And then, oh my god, Christmas!
Good evening.
Okay, cut!
And oh my god, 4th of July! And oh my god, we're outside talking!
Unless... 9.
Back in our day, this is how I settled the problems.
No. 6 years of candles.
Indeed.
Our candle!
Mine!
I bought it, therefore it's ours. Just like you bought most of the candles that you gave me, so there you go, it's our candle.
So far today, we've sat around and she broke a candle.
Did not.
She broke the candle that she bought. Then, well, that one ended when she went off to college because then we had the fair video, the first ever one, and it was like, yes!
Huzzah! My hair is already a nightmare.
Oh god, we're up so high already!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And I look flawless!
City view! Wake up, flawless!
You know what? I just might risk having a wet ass for you.
Darling, we've started the video.
Good!
Here we are, on the Ferris wheel,
And
2 days later.
my ass off!
Where normally we're on the Ferris wheel 2 years later, this time it's 2 days later.
I'm going to kill you if everything ends up soaked.
Like usual, right?
God, we're stuck.
Resting bitch mode like usual, eh?
And it's cold. Like the ice. It hurts.
Darling, inform our viewers of the ice.
The ice is cold.
Indeed it is. The ice is cold. Something we did not know of before. What are you doing? Warning! There's a fall hazard. Don't fall. And then she left. And then she was like, oh my god, farewell forever! And I'm like, no! And it was like, oh my god, such a tearing moment because then, yep, the series ended. And then 3 days later, Thanksgiving. Oh shit, she's back. Oh shit, she's back! And she is.
Damn right I am. I've returned.
And she's like, damn right I am. And then we had the New Era series in like 2015, which technically only had like 2 episodes because then I put some of the older ones in there for whatever reason. Hello, welcome to our Twerk in the Morning show. We're doing some interpretive dance.
What on earth are you doing?
Before I was like, hey, I should put all the throwback ones into its own series. And then, yeah. Then we had that one, and then we had the 12 Years in Azkaban. Oh dear, that feels like ages ago.
Because it was.
Indeed. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Rude!
And then, yeah, with the we're gonna learn shapes.
Now, we're already learning about, the mean we measured was far from expected. Now we're moving on to your ready to go on. Are you ready to go on?
And then she knocked out for most of
I
it.
died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. And then after that we had the second stick special where we celebrated on 2016, July the 2nd.
Careful what you're laying on! Now, come hither and shut dear. Well, okay, you died.
Close enough. This is like the 3rd time we've done a video from like this.
Yep. And what, the 2nd or 3rd time you've died?
Give or take.
I think it's about time I die. No!
You just said you wanted to die.
Not while I'm holding the camera.
Okay. Anyway, back to me. And then that was when we pulled out the selfie stick for the first time and we had a rootin' tootin' video.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. that, like, OG style stuff.
True.
And then in 2016, in autumn, we started the current series with the first video being the apple orchard in 2016. Looking at pumpkins. Don't know why. Deserted wasteland. You about done? Oh. One down. Followed by a hiking video. We have just exhausted all our efforts, and now it is time to go. So bright. No. And then the first one of us was the New Year's into 2017 video.
This may take a while, so please stand by while we cut away. And we're back! It doesn't seem to have worked too much. Seems like something's wrong, but I can't quite place it. In any case, she is not yet free of the blankets. Farewell, cruel world! Ooh, the floor smells so clean.
Where she came over and spent the night for the first time ever.
She's still here.
Until like noon or so.
It's like 1 in the morning. What time is it? It's
Like
1:39. And she's still here. She is upon the couch.
And knowing me, I won't be going to sleep at all.
Plus, then we can look back on this and be like, oh my god, remember when you slept over that one time? One time?
And that was 3 years ago. This series has been going on for 3 years.
How do we get 3 seasons of the same series, my dear?
It's 3 seasons, yeah. No, this is just long season. If you want to split it up by a year, then you can, but it's like, yeah.
No, what's weird is like, it doesn't feel like half of it happened that long ago, and then you're
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then you look back on it.
I graduated. Oh god.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's why it's fun to have the videos, because then it's like, you know, at the time you're like, why are we filming this? But then it's 3 years later and you're like, whoa, time capsule though. Yeah.
And then 10 years later you're like, honey, are you sure we were... Oh dear.
Because then, yeah, there was that time that she had the bald head, and then, yeah, slowly
Yeah,
the
surgery
fuzz
was
grew
a
back,
thing.
and then she was like, oh my god, I can whip my hair back and forth again. And then we were on the rides in the fair video, and she was like, wee, I figured out how to whip my hair back and forth, I just need wind. Look at her whip though. Look at her whip though. But she don't care!
Finally! We got off!
And I was like, darling, you're crushing me to death.
I mean, that's what happens when
Bad
you sit next to me.
Very bad idea! Because if she sat on the inside, she would literally go flopping out of the ride. She'd just be going and we'd be going, wee, wee! But then all of a sudden one goes one way and there she goes. And we have a repeat of what happened this year when she was like, I'm getting off the ride now!
I died.
Don't just make me lose my mind. Okay, hopefully
Now,
And then, yeah, we got on the chair swing and
she died.
that one dude thought, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we're running out of space, so we'll have to continue this in a little bit. Our recapping the decade. Oh dear.
Go to bed. Not on me!
It's dark.
Dark. It's only 3:15.
Hello and welcome back to the decades, years in review thing, where we...
assumed arm position
Indeed.
for the rest of the time.
Where we recap our year and look back upon our videos from the past decade. We look back upon our years of doing this
Oh,
and
dear.
stuff and such and things. She knew this was coming, but it's an inevitability because
No.
we have to look back upon everything. Okay, you can go back to bed. I'll just do it. Me! Ah! Pendulum! Ow!
God, why?
Particle collision!
Yes, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, stop that! I poop you. No. There.
See what she does? The simple boop can throw off the man completely.
Indeed.
So now we look back through our channel and find all this stuff, so that I have my references and know. Because it's been 3 years and like... Oh dear.
Oh dear.
How it used to be in the beginning before we started actually doing full videos was we did like random, oh my gosh, we're twerk partying, let's get this on video, and she was like, ah, no. But I was like, haha, I'm doing it anyway. And then she was like, yes, we're hanging out, we don't know what day it is.
Excuse you.
I see trouble on the way.
We're hanging out, we don't know what day it is because we're just randomly filming on some weird day. So yeah, 2017 was when we started like hanging out more and doing our videos, though she was still restricted in when she could come over, so we didn't hang out that much compared to like, you know, the other things, though it picked up toward the end of the year. And 2017 was very interesting in the fact that, you know, obviously these were the first times that we were actually doing the full videos on certain days, and it was like, oh my god, first time we did this, oh my god, first time we did that. But once we reached the witching hour, we began filming once every month, and that persisted until, like, well, now. And from there, in 2018 was kind of our better year, where we went and did all kinds of different things, and had various, videos all throughout the year. I'm 5 seconds from taking Darling's phone and throwing it against the wall because she's just like... Because there's only one thing that mouth is good for. Explaining. Your mouth is only good for one thing. Explaining.
Behave.
But we needn't behave.
I didn't say how to behave, I just said behave in some
We
fashion.
did not specify the lengths to which we must behave, just that we simply have to behave.
Behave in some fashion. And for
Within
heaven's
this-
sake, keep it legal.
And then we just suddenly switched to, oh dear, now I think it's a good time for us to do our recapping last year part, because we always do that during the new year, because we have to look back on our videos and flash back to those times where, like, oh dear.
Did I mention no? Because no.
I believe we had a good year last year, full of all kinds of interesting videos and, well,
It wasn't that bad.
dramatic twists and turns as, oh my god, Zarang and such. So, yeah. Alright.
Just be glad you never had to go through that whole pressure. All you had to
Indeed,
do was
thank
make a rubber band with a
Indeed.
bead on it.
We got married that week!
The worst thing about me that year was that I hated taking a nap.
Indeed.
Then again, we all hated taking a nap.
You hated taking a nap? What the what?
I actually got sleep back then.
True. Anyway, back to our 2019 year.
Oh, dear.
She's just going off on a tangent, and I'm like, shut the f-. It all began in January with January Jam, which was our very first January-esque video, because someone chose to hang out with that ring-bearing one, and she was like, bye, we can make it up in like January sometime, and I was like, we almost had a perfect year of video, and at the very last second, you ruined it. And yeah, that was just a chill day where she apparently wore her physics shirt, as I can see in the thing. That's the reoccurring one. Never trust an Adam.
One.
They make up everything. Then was Valentine's 2019. Ugh, men. Where it was a day of, I'm going to be married soon. I know it's coming. Ugh, but I have to get out my men. Then there was the plot twist, climax, etc. of the century. Come March, where Freebird, Requiem of the Divorced, where I was henceforth forced to sign the papers because she acquired Darang, and he became the now husband-to-be, and I was but a fragment
You are OG
in the corner.
babe over there.
OG Bayrito that has long since expired. But yeah, I do believe that 2019 was a really good year for us because we did like all sorts of things, and of course the video quality increased at that time, and I figured out how to do new things, and everything became nicer. I still believe that 2018 was like one of our best, slightly, just because we did a bunch of new things that we hadn't done before, and they're fun to watch now, but I also like last year's videos. And it's a shame to think that it's now all ending and we're all gonna die. We got the candy, we got these chips though. Now these chips are the good chips, let me tell you. We got them good chips. You can take her spot. Darling went off to go get her inhaler. Which leaves me to talk about some man things in a little man segment, because it is time for me to have one of my final man segments. This is the end. We have reached the end, where she is now off to go do her thing, and as such, we must stop the videos, at least until she inevitably returns sometime. Hopefully it won't be the end, but it is certainly the end for quite some time. Oh,
I'm back.
She's back. Woman placeholder be like, bag of chips.
Oh dear.
Anyway, let's see. Yes, we had the Requiem video where she got the ring and like I had to sign the papers, and it was the you are somewhat free-ish, at least from your husband responsibilities. Not so much the chains connecting us forever, eternal despair and such. Following that was April, where we had 22 and Almost Married, where she had her birthday and became 22. She was feeling 22 and rather old because, again, you know, she's now almost married with that ring though, so yeah. That was interesting. And then she went out. We went outside, and she was like, oh my god, it's cold. And then I made her wear a blanket, and we sat and talked in our special spot. Following that, we had my birthday, wild, free, and 23. Where we did our usual thing, you know, I wear my orange, and we go outside, and then we go to the store, and be like, happy birthday, and she'd be like, oh my god, and yeah.
Doing the usual.
Yep, this is usual, but it gets better every year. Following that, we had a rather interesting development. We had the anniversary special, Get Off My Lawn, which was separated into two parts because she had to leave early on the first one.
Yeah.
So then we had a makeup visit a few days later. The first one was Get Off My Lawn 15 years! Where we celebrated 15 years. Which
Why?
makes us feel even older right now.
Why?
Yeah.
No, just no.
And that video involved us being like, oh my god, I'm using Grubhub and like, we're gonna like order food. And then it was, fuck it, we're taking a walkway set. And then we went to Dairy
Well,
Queen.
because I didn't feel like blowing $30
True.
when it's like crappy food.
And then we went to Dairy Queen, we were at Dairy Queen, she proceeded to like fall asleep at Dairy Queen, and I'm like...
My sleep schedule was awful from like summer on out, okay? Leave me alone.
Then, a week later, we had the makeup visit, which was Get Off My Lawn, Rainy Haze, where we hung out on a rainy day, and I was just completely and utterly out of it. I had no idea what was going on, but I was just like... So then that video ended up being very interesting, and it was a very chill day, just because it was a makeup and blah blah blah. Then we didn't hang out for 4th of July because you were off doing something or other, so we instead just hung out in the middle of July for the heat of summer! The heat of summer! And who could forget that, because I've referenced that in almost every video where she fell out of the chair. We were chilling inside doing our thing, whatever, and then we went outside and we sat over by where the fire pit used to be over there, and then it was just like, yes, this is a good spot to sit, and she's like, I can't get in this chair, how do I sit in it? And she fell out of the chair, and like, yeah, and pretty much all the videos that followed, I've referenced that at least once. And after that, we had one of our best videos being Fair 2019, Falling for Squishy Honor! Squishy Bits make a return and she falls for Squishy Honor! Oh, and that was just a good video in and of itself, because at the very beginning she fell off the chair swing, which
made the one guy freak out.
Yeah, and inspired the events for the rest of the episode, where it was just like, oh, she fell off the ride.
Which turned into...
Yeah.
I felt
Hilarity.
fine, and then I looked at it, and it hurt like hell.
Hilarity ensued. But yeah, I do believe that was probably one of our best videos, because, like, usually when like in the past Fair video, we just filmed when we were on the rides and didn't film in between, which I, like, talked about before. And in this one, we actually filmed all over. And while it was, like, almost 2 hours long, that actually was fine, because you know...
There was continuity.
Yeah. And because it's like, you know, when we do 2 hours here, it's like, oh god, we're just in the same room doing this back and forth, blah, blah, blah. But when we're actually out and doing stuff, and, you know, you see the day go on, we ride different rides, do different things, it's like you kind of want it to keep going and see, you know, more of us doing all kinds of riding and all that. So, yeah, it was really fun and a really good episode, because did all kinds of different things, sitting in a gazebo, riding a Ferris wheel, eating, doing this. It was a really good time.
I want tacos.
She didn't get a taco, she got an enchilada! Then came the Apple Orchard video for 2019, which of course is always, you know, similar thing. Going corn maze, getting lost. This year we had the attack of the Hajib, because we saw some people in the, you know... But anyway, then after that we had Hollowvember. The, we're gonna hang out on Halloween, no, wait, crap, oops, November. You're supposed to participate in our decade segment!
I'm not in half of the video. Oh wait, I'm in 3/4 of the videos. I'm a dork. I can't math. I have a degree in physics, but I can't math.
I'm not in half of the videos! Really? Darling, 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 darling.
Ow.
That is the epitome of the woman's awareness in these videos.
That's the epitome of I have post-grad brain and I am fried.
The epitome of how much she realizes what we're doing when she comes over, like, what? Huh? What? All of it. All of it. But yeah.
It just made me think of something. I also had that purple hair phase for a while.
Indeed, we do have that. That was...
Indeed.
Thankfully, she's not the bald head ass she was last year. Now it has regrown. Thank goodness.
It got purple.
Hey.
Now, as the highlight of this holiday season, you'll notice that I got my hair did. I know you can barely see it because my hair is dark as hell, but what looks like blue is purple. And like,
Darling, we
yeah.
covered that in the Halloween special.
Yes, dear, but I got it redone.
But yes, Hollowvember was when we had the makeup special, and it was basically Halloween mixed with fall, hanging out type deal. And then after that was Thanksgiving 2019. Ain't nobody got time for that. Where she came back for the second time in 1 month because November, and then yeah, So I'm like,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, Thanksgiving, and I just did not have time for that because, like, she was back again and she was just here. And then, of course, last episode, Holly Jolly Christmas Special 4 Weekends Jingle Jangle, where we just had a really weird Christmas holiday.
Chill,
Because,
yeah.
like, we hung out and stuff, but then it was, like, 60 degrees, so we, like, went outside and played in the leaves, and she yeeted me into the leaves, where I, like, exploded and died. But then we went to Costco as well, which was kind of weird, since we usually don't do that unless it's, like, my birthday or whatever. And then, of course, we had Christmas and blah, 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 and then this video is
recap.
Recap New Year's The Last Time Roaring 2020, where we say farewell to 3 years of this series. This has been our year in review segment and our decades flashback to, oh dear, a long time of us doing our thing and being, oh good lord.
Oh dear,
We
we
were
are
young.
in trouble.
We are in trouble. Well, she's in trouble because she's off to do her thing.
Dude, I brought my laptop with me, so
Wait, what does that have to do with anything?
I won't be in trouble because I'll have things to occupy myself whilst you are doing things.
Oh dear, true.
Either that or you can give me your second Joy-Con and we can play games together. Kick
The
it.
hell she think this is?
Not gonna lie, the new Animal Crossing is part of why I wanted to get one.
Indeed, it's going to be very us, and I'm looking forward to it.
And yay, I bought you the game anyway.
Indeed! That is the only game I will permit you to play with me because she bought it, damn it. Now the Pepsi excuse out the window. I bought you that game, damn it. Oh, it holds more weight.
Yep. By a long shot.
Indeed. But yeah,
Check.
this will be this will be the last video for quite some time. But anyway, this has been our recap segment, and yes, while we probably won't be filming much this year, we hope that it is a good one. And yeah, so
Okay, why are we not both in the shot there? There we go. The things I put up with.
things I've put up with. Anyway, it's time for us to go. Oh my goodness, it's almost 4 o'clock.
Hang out a bit.
Yeah, let's go hang. So we'll be back again later. Farewell for now.
Okay, this is actually kind of comfy.
Nap time!
Yep.
There she goes. Hello and welcome to an outside segment with me, as we usually have our outside segments with me, because that's what I like to do. And this is our last video. Well, for quite some time. This is the last video for Nathan's Fresh Start Adventures, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Because, yeah, it's the end. It is the end of all that we know. And, like, it's been a crazy 3 years. Like, honestly, it's been a crazy 3 years. But now it's time for us to move on. She's gonna be leaving, going places, doing her thing, and that means we can't film anymore, which is sad. But alack, we filmed a lot. We've done all kinds of different things throughout this year. We went all kinds of places, had 3 birthdays for me, 3 birthdays for her, and yeah, it was just one wild ride. And honestly, it's sad that she's gonna be gone. I am a bit sad because, like, you know, it's just fun looking forward to hanging out with her, for us to hang out and do our little thing. So it's kind of sad that we won't be able to do that as much now. We just like to look back on all these videos we've done and remember that. So unfortunately now we won't be having many videos. It'll just be us doing our thing. I only have like 4 minutes on this thing apparently, and I wanted to do a little thing down here. So this is it for my segment for now, and we're gonna go back inside. But I will do another segment like this at the end of this video, so we will see you then. Until now, I have to go back and deal with her, so pray for me, okay? Bye-bye.
Oh.
Alright, So,
I fell over.
we're back momentarily.
Too short.
Yeah. We just had our nostalgic twerk party-ish, and then she fell over and took a nap. Now I have to go acquire the thing.
Go for it.
And here we see the wild woman foraging for food.
Tootsie rolls and fruit shoots.
Indeed. For that is her means of survival. Indeed. So, we are now back after a bit of a twerk party-ish, and we were twerking to the nostalgic playlist, and we were talking about things and stuff, and discussing how I used to walk her home, and then we settled on the fact that she doesn't actually sleep and takes any and all spare moments to simply attempt to recharge. And then she knocked down and fell over, and that's where this segment started. So yes, it is about almost 6:30, and we're moving on with our day. Now, if we turn this on, we can kind of go in here, because it's like, oh my god. Whee! Oh dear, where's she going? No, she's out of control! So, oh dear. Now we come in here for a bit. We come in here.
Every time. I'll be fine in a minute. Or will I? You jerk! Well, okay then.
Well, that happened. It was not my fault in any way whatsoever.
Comfy floor is coming.
It was a complete accident. I did not push her on the floor. So, we come in here in the living room because, as you know, we normally aren't in here because it is occupado and most times, but we are free.
Yep.
And it's kind of like a little, you know. Did you die?
No, I didn't.
You died!
Wait, here. There we go.
And now we currently have all this space because the tree's gone, so we can be like, yay!
Oh dear.
Oh god! What the?
Oh, he knocked into the wall.
Why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking at me?
Because I'm me!
And does that give you any inherent right to look at me?
Indeed!
Pardon you!
Sorry, I just
You're
had
lucky you didn't headbutt me.
bad depth perception. Let's leave it at that. And not try to question it, because, yeah.
I was going to say 6 more inches and you would have met the void, and that would have been a bad idea.
Well, I mean, it's the last time anyway, so might as well go out with a flourish or something.
Hang on, I have a way to fix this. Live!
What the?
A little bit too much living. Hang on. Live. No. This way. There. Hang on. I have another way to fix this.
What? Darling!
Live!
Oh, the booty be like, God. I don't have time for this, I just need a nap.
Live.
Go to bed, okay.
Okay, so apparently he's gone to bed. Like a good child, because apparently it's... No, it's not 6:30. Oh dear.
Almost,
Yes.
yeah, about 6:30, and we're back on our last time episode.
6:30 equals nap time.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Bet who you calling a weeble? Oh dear.
Oh dear. No, you know what? My hair right now looks like that one time I wanted my mom to just give me like half bangs.
Yeah,
And I wanted to grow my
Ooh.
hair out over one side of my face.
Literally gonna be like the Mystique, though. Yeah.
True.
Who's she? We don't know. What's under that other side? We don't know. Her
Okay,
deepest
there.
secrets.
Well, okay then. Live.
I am a pebble. Alright, now, for today's,
Oh,
We like to take a moment to talk about what's cooking. Chocolate. Darling, please do not eat the book. This is not actually chocolate. It's simply a book. And she's like, oh. Darling, no.
oh dear.
Chocolate sheet cake. Darling's like, give me that, family.
Oh,
Like
dear.
this cake is for anyone else but me. Fruit loaf, the hell? Mocha layer cake. Ooh, girl.
I hate mocha, but like
that looks fly though.
it looks.
Lamington pound cake. She got enough pounds already. And by
It's
that I mean her
easy.
Swiss bank account. Only like 30 billion pounds.
No, that's what's in my Swiss bank account.
What the hell? You know, have I ever told you I'm about tired of you?
Nice save, dear.
Wait, what happened? When did we suddenly looking at recipes? Oh dear,
God, we're
we're
gone.
adults. Lightly grease your man. Lightly grease the 8-inch deep.
And you.
All right, that's enough of that. Lightly grease.
Clearly, a man does not know how to bake.
Now, children, I think that at the end of our video, it is now time for us to properly explain everything we've been meaning to tell you back in the day. The 8 inches.
No.
No. And did I mention no? Because, well,
And
no.
and if he misbehaves, you just boop him and he stops.
If
And then
you try to
give him-
boop your husband, something husband. There's not a rhyme for that one.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
No. So this is what you do. You give
Jacqueline.
it to me.
This is gonna be my stage name. Jacqueline Belafontaine.
Ay.
This is what happens when we're allowed to occupy such a room. Because we'd be like, woo! We'd be like, twerk that, twerk that. Actually, it's gonna be us later.
I need a nap. Or not a nap. Or just relaxation. Same.
Oh, here she comes.
Why are you here?
In my domain.
I was going to say, it's almost 7 o'clock. It's almost bedtime.
Darling has been here so many times that she knows the chicken schedules.
Yeah, of course I do.
You see a little
Just
baby cake
Phil crows anywhere between 5 and 7. Bedtime is 7. Phil crows at 2 a.m. Phil crows at 5 a.m.
And she just kind of like,
No, and I actually slept last night. This morning, I don't know. I took a longer nap than usual.
in the sleep compilation, we'll have to add all the times she said, I'm actually awake. I actually slept. I actually
I did not. At least I know I won't fall asleep early today.
One thing we've learned is that when she says, I'm actually awake, or I actually slept, that means she's gonna knock out. Time is ticking on that internal clock, and well, when it finally runs out, this.
Don't you dare try to think that I'll get awake.
Live. Chick's like, what on earth? I was just trying to kick you across the floor, dear, because that was... Oh!
Yeah, you're lucky I didn't use my other leg.
And this is how we get the woman to wake up. And this is how I live another day.
No. Oh, I didn't mean to boop you that hard. She booped me. No, I meant to boop you that way. No, not that way, the other way. What am I going to do about this?
Stuff and things.
I suppose.
I gotta go fix my weave. Better go fix your attitude. Now, this is just what happens. On the last time, we have to do a little bit of everything. Otherwise, what will happen? Now we return over here to see that human over that way, aka a thought. That's what you called me one time. That human over that way. Thought.
I tell you. See, that human over that way is a prime example of what not to do when you're hanging out with your favorite human being.
That human over that way. Now, we return in here to see what's on Earth. There are peeps doing peep things. Now, mixing things up, we kind of like...
Why? Oh dear, we are in trouble.
You're in trouble. She's in trouble, a lot of trouble.
I am in trouble sometimes.
Yes, she is. She's, you know,
Pardon my throat.
some say she gave love a bad name or something, I don't know.
Nah.
In theory, possibly.
I'm just mean.
There she is over there.
Hello. Hi. Okay.
Back on the device, she cannot survive without the device, which is why we'll be having a thing where she's just like on her phone. Just a montage of darling, what? There, I'm gonna, darling. Now, I seem to have gotten myself into a bit of a predicament.
Why are you in a pickle?
No, I have a pickle, dear, but we're not supposed to talk about that.
Okay, here's what you do. You give... Ah! Hi. He needs to get himself out of a predicament. Now you do that thing called sitting up. Live. And, did that work?
Sit up. Now I need
Live.
chocolate.
Live.
Mine!
Oi.
Okay, and we're back.
Well,
What happened? Physics suddenly took a dire turn. What the? Now she's the one in a pickle. Funny how that is.
oh dear.
Darling,
Oh dear.
darling.
I'm saying
Darling?
okay. What?
Um,
I know. I'm working on it. Give me a minute. There. Okay. Okay.
This-
This is not a good idea. Okay.
alrighty. So that happened, and that happened, and a lot of things.
The floor. I forgot.
Not waxed, wiped down with wood polish.
You polished the floor.
Indeed.
No wonder it smells like orange in here.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like-
let me go somewhere with carpet so I don't die.
First time I've ever heard her want to leave the room. 'Cause
Ow.
she's, yeah. But she does have yoga pants on. What on earth? Oh dear. So now we have to make an emergency exit and return.
And of course. Okay. Hi. Hang on.
Now we have the man fell over segment, and the woman is soon to follow, apparently.
Ah. There. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Why? Ah! Okay. Well. This
Now,
isn't pretty.
this is the epitome of how life is going right now, volume 17. I suppose.
When all you want is a warm floor to sleep on.
True.
Much better.
How did this happen? We
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Why? Then again, why not?
This is the epitome of, well,
Life right now.
and all these years of dealing with her.
You mean dealing with you?
Us dealing with our respective us's, because...
Us dealing with each other.
Indeed. And then we have this, which is the timer left on my despair. And it will soon run out.
Oh, will it now?
Indeed. Because, like,
I think not.
it'll run out, and then I'll be free.
Yeah,
Theoretically ish.
that's gonna happen.
This is like super chilled out.
True. Okay. Easy fix. Yank over this way. And don't land on me.
Well. What?
Ow. That is purely physics. No. Come back this way, otherwise. Okay. Well, that works.
Hi!
What are we even doing?
Ending it all. You know, it may be 2004 model, but there was something that kept you keeping me instead of ditching me for the other model.
I did ditch you for the other model, though.
I meant you keep me around for Ham and Property Brothers, but there's
Because
something
you're my friend, and I love you dearly. I more than tolerate you anyway.
makes me vomit. Oh my god, I'm being sincere and wholesome. Get out of my face.
I more than tolerate you.
You know what I think about that?
That you are full of malarkey. I am immobile.
Now,
I am.
in the last episode, we talked about how she was a whale lord. And I think that's true. I mean, at least a Snorlax, because, like, that's immobile.
No, I'm a Snorlax because I don't snore, because I don't sleep. Except if I inadvertently nap.
Inadvertently. Wow, this one's really a weeble. They wobble, but they don't fall down.
Ow!
What the?
What are you? Oh, no, I'm going back over this way. Okay. That was a bad idea.
What the?
That was also a bad idea.
Here she comes. Steamroller mode has been activated. Oh dear, we're going to die.
Oh dear, you are in trouble. More to the point, you can't measure with the same degree of certainty my velocity nor my position. So, or rather my momentum nor my position. Ergo, if I'm going that way, at a particular speed, you know for a fact that you don't know where the heck I am. If you know where the heck I am, you don't know how fast I'm going.
Where the heck is she?
Look immediately to your left. No, your other left. And down a ways. And left again. Okay, now that he's asleep.
That's all it took. Momentum!
Darling! Nap time.
What happened?
Eh?
What?
Oh, hi.
Okay.
I'm good.
She's just gonna be, like, there for a while.
Yeah.
Kind of a combination of super comf and stuck. Someone help me.
Yeah. Cause, like, on the one hand, I'm stuck.
On the one hand, but on the other hand, but on the other hand.
On the gripping hand, I'm
Oh dear.
stuck. No, literally. Because, like, hang on. Ah! Hey.
Well, that solved one problem, but I think it created a couple others. And now she's like, yeah, everything was okay.
Oh, my neck cracked. Yay.
In our final episode, we're going to be talking about how you do it properly, because we've said many times about how that's not even how you do it. But now we're going to tell you how you do it.
Like sitting up straight.
Scoliosis.
There. No. And then you got to. No.
What the? Oh.
There.
Why is she like,
Hang on.
I'm alive.
Am I?
I'm alive.
Yeah, okay, now. As to how to do things properly. Doing things properly takes a lot of time and practice and acquired skill, depending upon the thing you happen to be talking about.
Like churning butter.
No.
Or pounding that no good, gall darn, dirty, rotten computer system. Or TV set. Or anything you have to just, like, punch until it works again.
Okay.
Like
so
your
here's what
woman.
you do. No.
And this, apparently has been our how to do that properly thing. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I never do.
Neither of us do, dear. That's half of the point of our videos, is that we don't know what's going on.
We don't know what's going on, so then the audience...
I'm a grown-up and I don't really know what's going on.
We don't know what's going on, and then, like, that's kind of the point of the videos. You know, we don't know what's going on, and you as the viewer don't know what's going on. So we both know about the same, and it's like...
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Or go into metronome mode. Either or.
Well,
Reset metronome.
this has been your physics lesson for this episode.
Indeed.
Oh dear, it's 7 o'clock?
Bedtime for chickens. Well, apparently he's a chicken. Now we have to make him live again. Because apparently...
It's unavailable.
Live! No. Oh, needs new battery. Hang on. Live!
You woke me up.
Okay.
Well, I do believe that we have had our In Here segment full of rolling on the floor and nonsense, because that's just what inevitably happens every single
Isn't
time.
that just life anyway?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, walking is inevitably rolling everywhere because you have to, like, roll your ankles and stuff to even walk and whatnot. Oh, man.
Can I roll my fist across her face?
No.
Go to bed!
Bedtime. And therefore, in segment. Fairly well! And fairly well from him also. He's just knocked out completely. Maybe not completely. Hang on. Live! 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 No. The entirety of you. Live! Live! No. Needs a little more living. Oh, hi!
I am now the science experiment gone horribly wrong. It's time for us to go, so farewell.
Bug-eyed, dear. Chill.
Bug off. Farewell.
Leave me!
That's, wait a moment, what? Something I have realized is that now whenever we try to say goodbye, she just kind of like ends up flopping. This has happened a couple times now.
Okay, hang on. I think you'll be okay. I just have to,
Physics her way out of this. There's something crawling around on the floor.
Hang on. I think I got this.
She's like that ghoul, the ghoul with the long hair, like.
Fairly well.
Bye!
Alright, and we are back. It is about 8:15, and like, yeah, it's like 8:15, and I'm kind of shocked because, like, the day has flown by. It really has. Like, I don't know how. Usually it's kind of slow-ish, but yeah, it kind of flew by, and like, of course it would on the last day, right, you know? I've just been gaming and such, and also kind of freaking out, trying to make sure we get enough video so that it's not, like, a mess, and yeah. Because, you know, I know we've done like a million 20-minute segments already, but nevertheless, yeah, we kind of have to have all of it because it is the end. And as such, oh dear, here she comes.
Back to us.
Back to us. She means her.
It took me 5 minutes, but hi.
Back to us. She means her, and like the stick just levitates over to her, like, I'll be taking that, thank you.
Okay, why am I cold? I don't know.
Okay, can she like get out of here? She's like, hi, I'm cold, darling. I need a gummy thing. Yes. No. All mine. All mine. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff in there. Oh dear. She's like just finding buried treasure in there. So, yeah. This is kind of...
Baby dough.
Is it time to Beirito the woman until
dear.
9 p.m.?
Dude, if you do that, I'm gonna fall asleep for 45 minutes.
And then literally at 9 p.m. I'll be like... And she'll be like... Shake your booty! Shake your booty! And she'd be like, the bass be bumping and shaking the bed. So...
I'm gonna put you in sleep mode. There.
I'll put you in sleep mode.
Oh my god. You got the sand thingy. What the heck are they called? Hourglass, sorry. The thing that my finger used to be.
The thing that she often claims she is. An hourglass. But no, she ain't. And I've had this for a long time. It's just been in the back.
Ah. Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
Now, we get to see the amount of time until she expires. Bye-bye, darling.
What if there were exactly 3,600 grains of sand, and you knew that the flow rate was 1 gram of sand per second?
Congratulations, you just killed the OG. No, what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna tick down to her demise, but then it's gonna, like, get stuck, and then, like, won't completely finish, so she'll just keep living. Whee! On this day of the last time.
I'm not going to miss you terribly, darling. I'm going to miss you even worse than that. Miss your munches!
What on earth is happening?
I don't know. You physicsed yourself into me. No, I said stay.
I'm trying to balance. Oh, see what happens when she didn't balance? Oh dear, she really has just been chewing through all of this.
Not all
candy
of
corn.
it.
It's a treasure trove in here. In the stash that has been hidden underneath the Lego house for generations. And by that I mean like a couple years, because yeah. And now we have a woman segment on her, well...
Physics your way out of it and back into reality. Darling.
That's what we call physics.
No, what we call physics is how... Never mind.
Oh my... What? Oh my... It's quite nice to have a little stash where I can have all that, but also forget about it and never have any ever again. Then I
At
figured
which point...
that I would pull it out for the last time.
And then the Tootsie Rolls all die because you let me get to it.
I'm surprised her radar didn't go off sooner.
Hippie flavor for the win. Darn, it's regular. Whatever. It's Tootsie Rolls.
To add to her rolls on rolls on rolls, rolls on rolls on rolls, rolls on rolls on rolls, we're rolling, we're rolling. She's got rolls on rolls on rolls, rolls on rolls on rolls, rolls on rolls on rolls, rolls on rolls. Ooh, remix rolls on. Shut the hell up. She's like, I would yell at you, but I have my mouth full right now. Which is not the first time she said that. It may be one of the first times she said it with candy in her mouth, but like, This is how the woman silently handles any and all situations. Leslie.
Oh God, why?
No! 3 words that summarize the past 3 years. Oh God, why?
Okay, if anybody ever wants to learn anything, be careful with everything and anything that you do, including meeting people when you're a little kid. Even if they're fellow little kids, be careful meeting people.
I am a totally not psycho kid.
Hi, people. You were weird when we were little, and you're still weird.
I was weird, but then I hit the glow up and was like, yes.
Then what happened? Did you lose your glow? Because I know I glowed. No.
Oh!
I glowed up, and then I said, God, college stress, and now I'm me.
We must pull forth the 2011 Hi, I Like Pie videos.
Oh dear.
And
No.
they must resurface from the many, 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 many miles very deep below the Earth's crust where they reside.
Oh, before we start partying, remind me to...
Do a thing.
You did.
I'm always having to remind her of things and such.
I also have to remind you to exist.
I'm fading away.
No! Don't go in to the dark. The dark is scary. I should know, I live there.
Indeed. Well, I suppose that we have to give the woman a proper woman segment the last time. Hopefully she can...
This woman segment is going to be simple. No.
Darling has to have a proper woman segment because it's the last time, you can talk about what's happening and why you have to get out of my life.
Okay, so...
So talk about that so everyone knows.
Okay, basically, the reason I'm not coming back anymore, and it's a pain in the neck, is that either I'm going to have a job interview for a basically computer engineering position for a company up in Detroit. Well, okay, the US base is in, Chicago, California, but their office is in Detroit. If I don't end up doing work, I'm applying to grad school for, library and info sci. So basically, you know how I've had that persona, weird thing where I talk like a librarian 3/4 of the time? That might actually end up being a thing. And it'll be interesting given my background in the sciences and all whatnot as to how that might pan out. But I'm thinking of going academic rather than, going into historian type stuff for archives or that kind of deal. And it should be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm me. I know random crap off the top of my head, and that's kind of 3/4 of the job now, isn't it? So, anyway, anybody watching this, even if you're just me, work is the thing, once school is done and whatnot. As many of you know, I got my undergrad in physics a couple weeks ago. I'm not inherently sure if I'm gonna go back for a master's or a PhD in it. Probably, but, not now. Anyway, I suppose this is me signing off for the last time. Oh my god, whatever are we to do? I love you all, and best wishes. Mwah!
And that was the woman segment. Oh dear, because woman segment. But it's the last woman segment of this series at least. But for now, it is 8:38, so we have to get ready for Twerk Party. I think she set an alarm, so just in case, so we don't miss 9 p.m. because we almost always miss the start of 9 p.m. So she had to set an alarm for that. But anyway, we will return a bit later tonight for more filming. I guess we're gonna stay up and watch some videos, so we'll be able to film a farewell segment later on tonight. So until then, goodbye. Hello, and welcome back to a little mini segment with me, hiding in the corner. It is like 9:13, and we are in the middle of 9 p.m. twerk party. But she had to leave for a brief moment, allowing me to escape the horrors and not safe for work such stuff. And yeah, it's not safe at all. Not safe for work stuff. Yeah. I'm here to say that this is the last time of twerk party. How can this happen? It's been so long and now it's all going away. I am not allowed to film during twerk party, but thankfully she knows not. I am safe for the time being. Hiding in the closet, we have a mini throwback, for we can see the rainbow ball over there. I'm being suffocated by that! Simulation!
Now you know how I feel! Hey! I told you! Anything that ricochets off of either side ultimately will hit you in the face!
And we had fun with that, and it's like a throwback, because we got to throw back. We got to throw it all back. Throw it all in your face, whether you want it to or not. Now, this lighting may not be flattering for me, but that's okay, because we just have to deal with it. It's never flattering for the woman, so, you know, maybe it's my turn. Oh dear. No! I've been discovered! Help! I will be forced to kneel until 10 p.m. Okay, well, apparently we have to get back to, like, twerk partying and stuff, so... yeah, I don't know what's going on. I never know what's going on, but, yeah, so... farewell. What? Oh dear! I am warm!
DMZ cold.
Hello, children of the world! It is us! The great... Ah! Hey! Wake up! Wake up! Oh my god, nurse! Welcome to an old person segment. Because, well, 'tis the last time! So we must...
You're never gonna see me again.
Hooray!
Hi.
Bitch, you ain't supposed to break character. We're old people right now. No! We have our old person segment because it's the last time and you know how that goes. Now, it is 11:02 and it's old person segment
Why
time.
are we even awake?
Ah! It's time for bed.
Bedtime.
Bouncy!
It's been a while. What?
Since the summer of '83!
No! 63!
69!
No.
I'm an old coot who can still rock it with you kids! Ah! My arthritis! Ah! Nurse! Janadine!
No!
Oh! It is time for my prunes! I must adjourn for un momento! Remember when languages existed?
Good, you're a smart man. You're giving me the rest of the blanket.
Oh god! No! What's on earth?
I don't even know.
And that's how everything died!
Friends, what are you gonna do without him? It's come to my attention over the past years that we have to, be grateful for people, even as much as they might drive us insane. You gotta be grateful for the big things and grateful for the little things. And more to the point, wonder why he's back.
doing a thing! Because me! Hiya!
Yeah, you jerk, you could have brought back chips.
We're old! We have dentures!
Oh yeah.
We
I
can't
forgot
have
about
chips!
those.
I had my prunes! I'm good for the next 40 hours! It's time for me to assume my true form! No! Oh!
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey! Oh!
Hang on.
What on earth?
No.
Yes!
No.
Hey! That was my youth! Give me my youth!
I ought to bunk you on the head.
Oh! We have my swag! Hop on out the bed! Turn my swag on!
No.
All the people in! What's up, what's up? What's up? They say, what's up?
No, they don't. I don't even know what they say anymore.
Turn your hearing aid up! You can hear them then!
What?
And you!
What?
You with the... Oh wait, you don't have that anymore.
What?
Alec, turn your hearing aid up!
You turn yours up. I don't even know that you know who you're talking to.
You talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
You must be talking to me. I'm the only one here.
You must be talking to me because I'm the only one here.
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me? What?
Oh, you were talking to me! I was genuinely curious, because I couldn't hear you.
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
I forget.
No,
What?
I remember when this hat was acquired.
Where didn't we go to that county fair at one point?
It might have been like 2014. Indeed, because we got it when we were leaving and she got a pink one.
Oh yeah.
And this was my swag and it's people said, what's up, what's up? Who are you?
The one that you put up with for too long.
Carol?
Lucky for you, I'm not some carrot.
Carrot? I like carrots. We're having a carrot bowl tonight?
I think we're having mashed potatoes.
Who are you? Get me a grape.
No.
I'll never understand the tight pants of today. You have the booty, but you squeezing it to death, son.
What? No. No.
90s. Let's go.
God.
Where's my gold
This
chain?
is the 20s. No. No.
Mine.
Not until you get rid of that
Who the
awful
hell
hat.
are you?
What? Oh dear. Oh my God, what did you do?
Why do you think I was wearing a hat? This is what it looks like when I get out of bed before the shower before she come over.
True.
Cause you know it's been 15 years. I ain't got time for no hairstyling.
You're almost 16.
And so, we have done our waiting. 12 years of it. In real life.
Wait.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Now, this thing still be having the sticker on it so it's legit, you know. Ooh, the merchandise tag.
I think he just needs to go to bed. Okay. So, in the name of all that's good and decent, you put up with somebody for as long as you put up with me and vice versa, I don't know. Hey, you. When I said go to bed, I didn't mean on the couch that I'm supposed to be sleeping on.
Oh! You only live once. Now, this has been disproven by me. Because she has killed me many, many times throughout these videos, and I live on.
Yeah, pretty much. Nine! How did he die? She took his it!
And then I died. Oh.
No, dear. Until the second casualty of the night has occurred, and I shall keep filming. Oh! You never know what your last day might be.
You know that's...
Oh my God! May you rest in peace. but at the same time,
Wow.
and this is an example of a little too much living.
Wait a moment. Hey. Prep time. Cause then I'd die and she'd be like, live! And then I live multitudes of times. Hey you!
Max,
Wake up!
trying to put on a little makeup. I do leave the kids above the table. What do you do? What? Oh God.
What the hell?
Hey Siri. Okay, phone is still dead. Wait. You look like a hooligan.
You dare call me a hooligan? This is my natural form! You know what? I'm gonna tell you a little something.
What?
Wake up! This is why old people don't have hair. Because if they did have hair, it would look like this.
I'm freezing! It's 65 in here. Okay, I'm no longer cold. I'm all the way here and now I'm okay. Wait a minute, I can't be seen then. No! Get the damn thing off me!
It's
Well, rest in peace.
She hit me with a hat and I die. How about out of bed? And it just instantly turns into swag like, this is the epitome right here. Here we go. It is time for us to go take our prunes and such. She has to have her anti-cold stuff. Hey!
Go
So,
back to bed.
we have to go now.
Where are you?
What? Oh god! Oh god! Nurse! Hey! Oh!
Are you okay?
No! Not at all!
I think he can get up. Colonel!
Oh! Atrocious. What on earth? She got cold. Welcome back to our 1:30 in the morning time for cake segment. Because why the hell not? How else are we gonna end this whole thing but with some 1:30 in the morning cake for some reason?
And Secret Izzy and...
Yes.
Okay, now I'm warm again. Never mind.
In theory, I whipped out the special Izzy that was stashed away in the closet. In a previous episode some time ago, we pulled that out of the closet. The secret stash of Izzy that still remains to this day. Now, we can see her over there like, what? But inside this box, therein lies a Izzy. And I since put it in the fridge and was planning to whip it out for New Year's, but since this is technically the New Year's, I need an Izzy.
Hey, can you grab me one too?
You so mean, eh? Also, this is what we like to drink. This is Izzy.
Yeah.
And
Like I said before, Izzy isn't human.
it's flavored juice beverage, and it's sparkling, and
It's wonderful.
it's like the healthy. But hers is the blackberry,
And
and
it's
if
wonderful.
you dare touch her blackberry, Izzy, she will henceforth just obliterate you with every fiber of her being.
Tiny Dalek doesn't want to exterminate except if you take Tiny Dalek's Izzy. You Doctor Who fans will get it. He's a drank too much Izzy. Where the hell is my Izzy?
Girl, you do. She got an Izzy problem.
I do not!
We sent her to therapy, but I don't think it's working.
Happy! Oh, what day is it again? And I am the stubborn German.
Wait, she doesn't have anything to represent her? I'm just gonna shove her out
Yes,
later in my
I
head.
do, darling.
What?
Izzy problem.
So now we get to watch me cut off all my fingers with this knife because knife. And meanwhile, she's over there. Now she has a quick moment to comment on cake.
Well, I suppose there's no time like the present. I mean, who cares? We're us, and we're grown-ups, so we can do what we want.
Indeed. And what a better way to celebrate the end.
But to quote Rage Against the Machine to some extent, fie upon thee, I shall not do as thou tellest me.
Okay, now we figure out a good way to cut this.
Exactly like that. It looks sketch, but it's not sketch, trust me. It's cake.
And then I guess we could just have more, you know, because I'm like the only one eating it, so, you know. It's been like, hey, bitch, no! That is not what I intended.
I'll have one freaking bite.
How much he thinks he has. How much he actually has. Yeah, pretty much.
This idea was this, because I like this idea.
To eat cake? That was my idea.
No, I mean, the cake itself.
Well, I asked for a cake, and Mother was like, okay.
You know what? No.
Dude.
Hey.
More! Now, we have a cake segment.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Indeed. Because it's obligatory for us to end the night on a... Yeah.
Oh my god,
Interesting
I'm awake.
Yeah, she's awake at 1:34. She didn't take any nap. She was kind of dozing off with one eye half open, but then she took off the...
Infernal thing, and yeah.
I was going to say she took off the blanket because she figured out that that's kind of why she was sleepy, because it's like, oh my god, warm.
What do you think I was talking about? Not that infernal thing.
Beep! But yeah, then she took that off, and then she was sitting upright, and... Hey!
Dude, I was looking into it, it wouldn't fall off. Trust me, if I was going to steal your cake, you'd not like it like that.
She did steal my cake.
The cake is alive.
Now, to all you children out there, this is what being an adult is 10% of the time.
You can buy Go-Gurt without getting yelled at. You can buy cake and eat it without
Fruit
getting
roll-ups.
yelled at. Roll-ups. All the stuff your mom yelled at you for eating as a kid, you can buy it and eat it.
Because we can have cake, like, at 1:35. So yeah, we can have cake if we want. And just be like us.
To paraphrase Motionless in White, I'm gonna have my cake. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. To quote a different song.
This is our party of we are both free from each other party.
Excuse you? Don't think I'm not gonna call you every week.
She's gonna call me once a month on our where we would. No, you don't. I saw that coming. Hang on, I gotta switch phones. Beep boop, boop beep. I'm back. Oh my god, it's after 9. My minutes are free.
Call me on myself. God, back when we had to worry about minutes.
Yeah.
No, that was back in the day when, like, my cell phone only had 2 or 3 hours a month on it.
And then you realize
I can use this to talk to my boyfriend. Ha ha ha! I didn't have texting until I got the phone after that.
until you got the little one that went. Shh.
What are you saying?
Yeah, no. If you're not using the best and most updated version, and you don't have it configured correctly, you're up a creek without a paddle because you'll get errors all over the place when you really shouldn't.
Just find a paddle. Steal a paddle. Mine 9. Mine 9. Mine.
9.
Folk. And then their boat just sinks. One thing that is never specified. You're up a creek without a paddle. But are you in the water? Or are you just along the creek without a paddle? Instagram has turned into the Facebook of, oh my god, babies! Like, no. I am trying to look through the bikinis. I don't want to see a picture of your fat baby head it mixed in with the etc. there. What the f are you doing?
You know exactly what they're
Put
doing.
a cork in it! You have 5 kids, isn't that enough?
I have boyfriend.
No.
No.
Alright, and we're back. For the end! Anyway, we had our cake and Izzy and such, and
Why are you empty? Oh, right.
alack, it's gone! It's been quite a long day, surprisingly. Like, it went by really fast, but now it's kind of like, oh dear, 2 o'clock, what happened? But it's been a long day. And we did a lot of filming today, like, a lot. But now, I mean, it's the end!
Is it the end of the world as we know it?
Perhaps. It is time for us to say goodbye because, well, it's 2 a.m. and we have other things to do before eventually crashing and dying, and then she'll be gone by like 8 a.m., so we won't be seeing her in the morning.
Am I awake?
Because
Why am I cold, dude? It's like...
we have done a lot today, as well as these past 3 years of filming and such nonsense. And this has not evolved in any way because, like, literally the first episode she'd be like,
Hello! Welcome to the blanket segment, wherein we... I'm kidding. Welcome!
and the last episode she'd be like,
Hello. I'm so cold. And what gets annoying is when I'm outside and it's like 80 degrees and I have to take a blanket with me.
like the time she had the blanket and she was outside in summer in the chair.
With a blanket.
Women be like,
I'm cold. Much like the ice is it worse.
but now, after 3 years of filming, it is time for us to end.
It is the end.
Say goodbye to the Fresh Start Adventures and say goodbye to her until Lord knows when. But yeah, now it's like we're done because she's gonna be moving elsewhere and then won't be coming home. I mean, if she acquires, if she acquires the vehicle, maybe like we might go to the fair.
Okay, once I get my license and I have my car, it might turn into, okay, I kidnap you and we go get food sometimes. La 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 la. Are you a snail?
We are both tired of each other, but at last the chains will be severed.
You're tired of me.
I give her Ham and Property Brothers and Special Izzy and cake, and yet she can't stand me more? I think not!
I've only doubled my height since I was 7!
And she's gonna hide now.
Goodbye.
But yes, it is the end of us.
For an era or something. I don't know.
Indeed, of our videos for some time, and then if we ever do return, it will be part of a new series and everything will go into there, and we'll slowly get older and older and more decrepit until 90 years old we're doing a video like my prunes. This is the waiting for my prunes segment. She will be leaving at like 8 a.m. or something, so yeah, we're pretty much done. And now we must say goodbye to all of you who've been watching us. There's actually 30,000 people. Indeed. It's time for us to go.
Go to bed.
After so long, we have the heartfelt, our time is up. But this time, we don't know when we will see each other again. It won't be the oh shit, she's back. It'll be, it's been 3 years since I've seen her. So, at 2:18,
What?
yeah,
Wait.
she's awake somehow.
No, I genuinely thought it was like midnight. It does not feel like 2
No,
in
it
the morning.
doesn't. Time for us to say goodbye, dear.
You know, dear, it would help if we were both in the shot.
And it all ends the same in the iconic this.
So, we thank you for watching our videos over these years, if you have. And if it's just me, hi me! If it's just her, then, I dislike you. Anyway, we wish you all a happy life. And hopefully in due time, eventually, we'll be back for something or other in the future. So if she's like this, Lord knows if we'll ever see her again. Thank you all, and good night.
Bye!
Bye! I refuse to do this thing called going to bed. I can't. I must persist. If we continue down this road, not on those tires. They're old and decrepit. Then why haven't you gone to bed yet?
What?
Huh?
What?
You haven't gone to bed yet.
Nope.
Why?
I don't know.
Why are you still awake?
Because I want to be. Because I'm hanging out with my best friend and I'm going to miss him forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Me, who's dying of
Okay.
flopping and just death. 4:30. What? I can't. I can't. I can't. Oof. Oy. How do you know? 4:30. Who the hell?
Knock out on the floor.
That's gonna be me right now.
Hey.
What on earth? What on earth? I'm going to take a selfie. In Vein Oi form? Precisely.
And warm and warm and warm.
Okay, what the hell is going on? What are we doing?
I don't even know.
So, like, we honestly believed that our day was gonna be over at like 2-ish, and yeah. But it's 5:07 right now, and we're having like a blanket fort thing going on, and we're just like chilling because she's like refusing to go to bed.
More like you won't go to bed, so I can't go to bed.
But I'm not going to bed because you're not going to bed.
Well, I'm not going to bed because you're not going to bed.
Well, I'm not going to bed because you're not going to bed, and we're not going to bed because you're not going to bed.
Well, go to bed.
Well,
and I'll go to bed.
well, it seems like we have a bit of an impasse.
You know what? Screw it. Easy fix. You sleep on that half. I sleep on this half. Good morning.
This has just been, I don't even know, like, she's literally been awake this whole time, and it's just like, what the hell? What is going on?
I stayed awake.
For everything! All of it!
I thought I fell asleep at one point.
Like,
That scares me.
we thought we were done, and like, we were like, the end, but then we stayed up talking, like, for hours upon hours upon hours, and then...
Or it doesn't feel like hours, man.
Then it was like 3:30, and then 4, and then 4:30, and now it's 5:08, and it's like, what? So we have to, like,
make sure that we remember this time where somehow she stayed awake and we both wouldn't refuse to go to bed. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, this is just weird as hell. And,
No,
like, I mean,
the fact that neither of us are tired, or perhaps it's that we're so tired that
that
we don't think
we're not tired anymore. Exactly. And it's like, I don't know.
I think in my case it's more I literally am so used to not sleeping that I can't tell when I'm tired.
Indeed! And I'm just like, haha, death. I suppose this has been quite the grand ending of all endings, because, like, what on earth?
Yeah, no.
We'll-
The only thing that would make this better is if a certain someone
Got
who's
more
already
cake.
nameless did not take away my cake.
I haven't a clue, because, like, this is just so weird, like, I don't know what's going on.
I would like to state for the record that I've told him to go to bed like a million times.
And I rolled on the floor, and I'm just like, haha, no. We were supposed to be done, but then we just stayed up all night, and it's, I don't know, you know.
It's funny.
In the 3 years of this series, and beyond that,
Bloody long.
this has never once happened.
No,
Never.
99.99999% of the time, I'm asleep.
Indeed, she knocks out, like, right away, because shows and such, and then she awakes for one, and then knocks out, and then she's dead.
You're making me go to bed.
No! This is the first time you're telling me this.
Go to bed.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
Wait.
Wild,
What
though.
am I gonna just...
Mood.
And meanwhile, we've been sitting here, and I've been reevaluating my life.
It's just like,
Okay.
I'm having a shower thought at like 5 a.m.
No! I'm having my usual 5 a.m. existential crisis.
Like, you know, bruh.
The negotiations of each day play their smaller parts of peace.
Indeed. And henceforth, go to bed.
And therefore, you face
You with the... Come.
go to bed.
This right here is like mood, though. Like, yeah.
Cold.
I just wish it was like,
Okay, not gonna lie, I wish it was like this at 5p rather than 5a.
Look at her with the slang, though.
I'm cold.
I wish it was like, May, and we could be like, warm morning. But no, it's
Oh, dude,
cold.
That would turn into is us taking a walk we said at like 9 in the morning and having DQ for freaking breakfast.
No,
That's a
it would-
bad idea.
It would turn into us taking a walk, we said, literally right now, 5 a.m., walking down the road.
Okay, so apparently he fell asleep, so I have to keep filming.
Okay, so,
Alright.
yeah, I guess it's time for us to go to bed. Because,
Yeah.
like, what the hell
It's
is going on?
It's
5:17! What?
We get up at 5 in the morning and we go to water aerobics. Ow, I threw out my elbow. That kind of thing.
Well, I guess it's time for us to go to bed.
Go to sleep. Okay, so he fell asleep. I have to keep filming. But no, really. I
But
should
no.
go to bed. I have to get up in 3 hours.
Yeah, we have to go to bed, so goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Good night.
It's all her fault. She
Night.
stayed up.
Morning. I don't know.
Night, morning, whatever. Who cares?
Good morning, noon.
Hello, and welcome to the epilogue of everything, because it's over. At last, it is over. As of now, the woman has left. We are done. We are completely and utterly done. Indeed, we are done for the time being. She is off to grad school and such, and as a result, we will be unable to hang out anytime in the near future. So we bid adieu to Nathan's Fresh Start Adventures, the series that has been going on for 3 years, since fall of 2016. And as it is now, we have no idea if we'll be able to hang out anytime soon, though we do know that she will eventually be back. Eventually, like, there's just no way around that. She will eventually make a return. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe this year we'll only be able to hang out for my birthday, the fair, and then Christmas or something. Who knows? But the fact is that we are basically done for quite some time, and the videos will end. But yes, we are done for this year and last year and all that. And, yeah, while unfortunate, it is the end of us and everything, and there you go. As for what happened the other day, we proceeded to do our thing, and then when we had that final "we're done" segment, we proceeded to stay up quite late because we were watching shows and all that, and surprisingly, the woman was not tired at all. Like, she was not tired. It was end of show. She watched every single show, and it was like 1:30 or something like that, and she's like, "I'm awake." And so we proceeded to stay up, and then we had that segment where we ate cake at like 2 a.m. Then we stayed up all night long until Mother got up. We were up until like 5 a.m. because at no point was she ever tired. Like, I had to go to bed. We had like a couple segments where I kind of started filming when I was on the floor and very, very tired. And yeah, that's kind of what happened. It was really weird because I was tired. She wasn't. She was just up, and I'm like, but I can't go to sleep until she does. And then I eventually just went to sleep, and it was really weird. But it was very fitting because on the very last time, we stayed up all night, and then she went home shortly later. But then we'll move on to Endgame Adventures, which will contain any and all videos we do at the end. But for now, I will be focusing on compilations and that sort of thing. And then when we eventually return, we might end up, you know, going places, because she might have a car, and we might go to Valpo or her apartment or a restaurant, or who knows. Things might be more exciting. But for now, we're done. Let me tell you, you do not call me in the middle of a segment, causing my segment to abruptly end. You do not do that. Angry Librarian, man version, will kill you. For a small behind-the-scenes look at what we're doing out here, because, yeah, we're actually in the backyard. This is near the creek. We've actually never truly been down here. I know that during the 2018 St. Patrick's Day special, I mentioned that we might, like, go in the back and stuff. But here we see the creek. And this is the backyard, of which we've never really explored. We might have to do so. I remember good times of wandering around in the backyard and finding secret areas and back behind people's houses where I would stay and have a good time. Hopefully that'll return, and maybe we can even see a bit of that later. Later on in our year. But we never really did, and that's kind of upsetting because, like, yeah, it's pretty wild back here. Like, it's the wilderness, you know? And I kind of wanted to go all the way back to that one big open area in, like, the middle of the woods that I used to hang out at, but yeah, we never really got a chance to go do that. I mean, I kind of never really thought of it when she was here just because of that, but yeah. The creek be like the creek, and this is what exists behind the humble abode wherein we basically spend all our time. And it's January, but it's like 40 degrees. So, I mean, like, I'm kind of freezing, but still. Who the hell they think they is? Oh, girl, you think you gon'... I don't especially think so. Oh, you gon' get it. You gon' get it. Oh, jeez, that was a bigger step than I thought. I thank anyone and everyone for watching our videos. If you've stumbled upon this channel, if you're someone from high school years ago, if you're someone from a forum that I was on once upon a time, or if you're Chelsea and you're literally everything the biggest mood to ever exist, I thank you for watching our videos up to this point. Unfortunately, we won't be doing any for quite some time, more than likely, unless she comes over before she moves or something. I don't know. We don't know what's going on. But for now, we're basically just done until she can eventually return. It might be sometime this year, it might be in 2 years, who knows. But I hope everyone enjoyed our stuff and doing our thing, and again, this was never really meant to be for other people to watch. It's just a memory thing for me, and then I put them on YouTube so I have them all in one place. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and we will return whenever we may return. But for now, we're done. Goodbye to Nathan's Fresh Start Adventures, and may we meet again in another time and place. Farewell, and something about if you're in ever need of noble heart or steely sinew, someone avoid like the bloody plague. I don't remember. I never know her quotes, but yeah. Goodbye.